Now call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, thank you for the men and women who serve our country in leadership roles, from frontline work to the protection of our nation. Give them all peace when their work takes them away from their families. We also pray specifically for their wives, husbands, and children. We ask that you draw near to them and give them the wisdom on how to best support one another while apart. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held February 17th, 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Report of executive sessions held.
There was one executive session held on Thursday, February 17th at 1:40 p.m. for personnel reasons.
Department reports. The budget transfers for 2021 and 2022.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Supplemental appropriation for approval.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures, approval of check numbers 226780 through 226926 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $1,420,539.14.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Move to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The personnel report for county departments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion acknowledged.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. The bid award. And for approval, a recommendation was received from the purchasing manager to award the contract to the sole bidder, Button Oil and Propane of Mountain Top, Pennsylvania, for LP gas delivery and equipment services at various county locations. The fixed cost profit will be 42.5 cents per gallon for transport truck deliveries and 71.5 cents per gallon for tank wagon deliveries. About Mount Bellevue, Texas, cost per gallon as published in the New York Wall Street Journal on the day of delivery.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Children and Youth for approval and execution. Fiscal year 2021-2022 purchase of service agreements with the vendors as listed below and as per the attached rates.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Court computer, district court offices, agreements, Blue Ridge Communications. For approval and execution, a one-year renewal agreement with Blue Ridge Communications for local and long-distance service in 3 magisterial district justice offices. District Justice Schrantz and Koschulik, excuse me, that's incorrect.
Okay.
District Justice Schrantz and District Justice Kistner with monthly reoccurring fees of $99.80 per month, and District Justice Koschulik with reoccurring monthly fee of $49.90 per month.
Motion approved and execute with the changes, correct?
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Human Services for approval and execution. The Human Services Non-Block Grant Plan revised final report for the 2020-2021 state fiscal year for Carbon County's HSDF, HAP, and drug and alcohol programs.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The Penn State Extension Office, a generator for approval and execution. Proposal received from Dulce Electric and Insulation of Weatherly, Pennsylvania, to replace the existing generator at the Penn State Extension Office with a new 22 kilowatt generator. Proposal includes labor and material at a cost of $9,800. Replacement of the transfer switch is needed at a cost of $980. Installation of a surge system on the main power line at a cost of $480, for a total estimated cost of $11,260.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
A service agreement for approval and execution. The agreement with Mechanical Service Company of Pittston, Pennsylvania, to perform annual inspections on the 12 county generators at various sites for the term of January 1, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, at a cost of $5,895. This represents an increase of $133.13.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
A union agreement for approval and execution. 1-year collective bargaining agreement between the County of Carbon and the Carbon County Sheriff's Association for the period of January 1, 2022 through December 31st, 2022. Includes a 2.5% wage increase, 37.5-hour work week. Healthcare contribution and prescription co-pays will remain the same.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The Solicitor's report.
Thank you. Agency on Aging for approval and execution. A request received from Area Agency on Aging Administrator for a hospital community showcase agreement between the County of Carbon, Area Agency on Aging, and Innovair Medical Media for a 20-second advertisement at St. Luke's Hospital Carbon Campus on surgery waiting LCD screen, commencing April 1, 2022 for a period of 12 months. Ending March 31, 2023 at a monthly rate of $165 plus a monthly tech fee of $35 for a total monthly fee of $200. A $200 security deposit is required within 15 days of the contract.
Move to approve and execute.
Second, with a little minor discussion on it, if everybody's wondering what this is, it's gonna be advertising for all the services that are provided by the aging. And I think maybe, if you look on their website, it's something that they're partnering with St. Luke's to get the word out what we actually do for the people of Carbon County. So, if you wanna talk to Sue about it, I'm sure you could gladly talk to her about it. Now, that's it?
Sure. Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Okay, Courthouse renovation project for approval and execution. An agreement with Boyle Construction Management of Allentown to provide professional construction management services to include architectural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and environmental testing relative to the courthouse renovation project. Boyle Construction, $479,000. MKSD Architects, $113,500. Snyder Huffman Associates, $168,000. Barry Isett and Associates, $14,050. Testing for asbestos, lead, and mold with reimbursable expenses.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Delta Development for approval and execution. The 9th amendment to the original agreement dated February 19, 2015 with Delta Development Group of Camp Hill for professional services relative to future RACV compliance and drawdown, development and submission of one funding application, development and implementation of a communication strategy at the federal, state, and local level to support funding of the county's choice. The amendment extends the agreement and prior amendments for one additional year, March 9, 2022 through March 9, 2023, and the rate is $2,700 per month, which is unchanged.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Nothing further.
Any further business? Hearing none, commissioners' reports. Mr. Arner?
Just a minor announcement, but a very important announcement. I think everybody is familiar with the military giveaway, for the veterans that started in Lehighton. And now there's gonna be a new one that will be at the Weatherly Legion. There will be sign-ups, registration on March 12th and 13th from 1 to 3. And this is something that it's now growing, that it's gonna help. And I shouldn't say just help the veterans of the northern part. And any veteran can go to any one of these, no matter where you're at. But I think with the one on the, in the Lehighton area and Weatherly, I think our next step is we're gonna try and get one in the Panther Valley area. And we're sort of working on that now, but it's gonna take a couple months. But I said I encourage all the veterans, and this in the Weatherly area. I know, Kelly, you're from up that area. I mean, Weatherly area goes all the way out to East Side, Borough, and, it covers quite a big area. So we're hoping that we get a bunch of veterans to sign up for this, because I think currently there's 40 or getting closer to 50 in the Lehighton area. And I said Second Harvest is all on board with helping us. So we're hoping that we get this up. And I said I think our goal was to reach 100. And hopefully within the next year or so, we will have 100 of them. And that's it. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasevich?
One or two items. First one is on March 9th and 10th, from 7 to 8 p.m. We'll be co-hosting, the county with Dr. Andrew Colehill, who's the owner of Design 9 and the lead of our study for broadband, a town hall for municipal officials, and that'll be held virtually. And again, March 9th and 10th from 7 to 8 p.m. virtual town hall for municipal officials. And more details will be coming out early next week, and we'll ensure we get invitations out to the 23 municipalities so they have, at least 2 opportunities to participate. And it is our expectation, I know Kathy Henderson at Carbon Chamber will be working with Dr. Colehill to set up a similar town hall event for businesses in Carbon County. I think most folks might have seen the survey arriving in their mailboxes as early as yesterday. So we again continue to ask residents to reply and respond to that survey to help make a very good outcome of a plan for broadband way ahead in Carbon County. Secondly, just want to recognize the fact, and I think it's hit late yesterday afternoon, the congressional redistricting. I see former Commissioner Tom Gerhardt's here. We would simply ask that Congressman Muser runs across the finish line when it comes to his consistent support to Carbon County as those districts change in January 2023. That's all I have.
Just want to reiterate a little bit about that broadband survey that went out. Now's your time to speak up, and I'm not sure how it'll work or where the chips will fall, but unless you contact or respond to those, this is telling us where the most need is. It's going to define where we will be spending those funds for set aside for broadband. So I know we received a email last week, I guess it was already, regarding it, and referred them to the survey that's online, et cetera. So extremely, extremely important that people start taking participation in surveys that may come out. Yeah, a lot of times they're a pain in the backside, but especially for those in the rural areas, it is extremely important that they follow through. Again, can't help but bring up that elections fiasco. I am thoroughly convinced that, I won't even say it, but this is doing nothing but hurting the voters in the Commonwealth with all this back and forth and everything else and gerrymandering and, the moving around of congressional districts to favor one party or the other, pitting one, same party against each other in election day. You just wonder how, you know, you have a congressional map, it's presented to the governor, and they appeal everything, and you turn it down, appeal and everything else, it winds up in court. Should our court system really be doing this? I mean, they've got to come up with a better system. We have the dates supposedly for the congressional timeline and petitions, etc., but nothing was ever done for the state legislature. Supposedly, we're supposed to have an answer this afternoon. However, I don't know if that is going to include the mail-in ballots, the ones that 7,000 that have signed up for the automatic mailing, and how it's gonna play out. People are starting to return those already. What if the state, the Supreme Court says they're not allowed? So we just went through that whole process for nothing. So there is so much up in the air, and it's getting so close to the election. I know the Commissioners Association is extremely concerned about having some concrete dates, because there's timelines for appeals and things of that nature, and we're getting awful close to those dates, and it's not fair to the candidates, it's not fair to the election offices and the counties, because we're the ones that are gonna pay the big bill, maybe for printing. Possibility is that we printed all these ballots for nothing, mailed them all out for nothing. Who's gonna pay for it? We are, just because people can't get their act together in Harrisburg, so. I better shut up before my blood pressure's up now. So, okay, no further business, meeting adjourned. I had to say that, just can't take it anymore.
Well, just the cost of the stamps alone, like it's like unbelievable.
Yeah, and they wonder why we get frustrated. You know? And our election direction, no wonder half of them quit last time. You know, because of the fiasco and getting a sense of direction in one particular incident where the deputy director of the Department of State was asked, well, how do we react to this? We don't have time to answer that question. You know, that's the Department of State, you know, giving us not giving us answers to the questions. And there was another one that just came up on when this was put out yesterday. Well, what about the state legislature? What's happening there? Well, nobody ever filed anything to change things, so it's just a fiasco. All right, Kelly. Good morning.
On the veterans distribution, that's just sign up.
For sign-ups, and it's probably gonna be lined up like when they have the one in Lehigh. I think is that the 4th Wednesday of the month. So once they have the sign-ups and see when it is, or how many they get, then they'll probably line up that they can deliver there, and they can also deliver at Weatherly. But it's not really a date set on that yet, because the food bank up in Weatherly could also get a delivery that day. They have to fit it into their schedule, you know, and I said, I have to commend, I said, everybody thinks that this is through the food banks, you know, the Shepherd House, but it's not. The Legion is doing this. I mean, they stepped up themselves, and they're going forward with this. They're the ones that are talking with Shepherd, you know, with Second Harvest, and I mean, they're doing the legwork. And I think that was our dilemma that we had with the food distribution that we normally have. I mean, we're feeding probably 1,100 families a month. To add this on, for them to take that off of the plate, I mean, I have to commend the Legions for doing this. It's just, like I said, it takes time, and hopefully by the end of the year, maybe we'll have another location that we can cover the whole county.
On the courthouse renovations, what all are you hoping to do? Just a brief overview of what you want to do.
Which is this now?
Yeah,
Well, the courthouse. Okay, the renovations in the courthouse, yeah, well, the air handling systems are really out of date. The air quality is not the best. We've had one issue of mold in one office that we just remediated. We have another area we're looking at right now, that's why we're doing the mold study. The electrical system is antiquated. Look how old the courthouse is, 1893, was it?
Yeah, pretty long.
Yeah, so, it's not only and it wasn't built for today's technology, the heating and air conditioning systems in particular, plumbing is getting old. When things are so old, we start to have major issues, so, not a lot of renovations involved in it. I think the biggest one is a restroom on the third floor where they're stepped up in the restroom, and it's a safety hazard, it's not the best condition, so very few renovations really. And as you know, we're already getting ready to, planning on the elevator, which is supposed to start March 21st, so we're going back and forth with courts and everyone else, and how do we continue to function during this time frame. I know the county has gone out of the way, and I know Chris in particular, working with the school district and the borough of Jim Thorpe, trying to get a secondary location for relocation during court, because we're not gonna be handicap accessible for courtroom 2 or 1. So there's a lot of different issues and a lot of things we have to look at going forward. The noise situation, there's gonna be some, an air compressor outside the courthouse for a while, so how are we gonna handle the offices that are right next door? It's, it's a lot of those little issues that, behind the scenes, that are taking up all our time, and, back and forth with courts and, the school district and the future owner of the school building, and the borough of Jim Thorpe is cooperating for jury selection because, court has to go on. County has to go on. There's gonna be inconveniences to the people in the offices, but hey, grin and bear it, we can't keep going without doing something in that courthouse. It's gotta be done sooner or later, so let's do it.
And most of it, I think, is like, the majority of it is mechanical and electrical. The more or less the cosmetic stuff is probably 25% of the cost, but we never, everybody's always complaining about they need fresh air, and they did have a good complaint. I mean, we have to do something like that just for the health of the workers, or just the people that are coming in. So, and I do have it's broken down on what the costs are. I can give you at least a little bit of an overview of what it is, but probably a quarter of it is only cosmetic, like Wayne had said, like upgrading the bathrooms, things like that, to handicapped. But that's basically it. Most of it is just heating, air conditioning, and the operation of keeping the building going with the heat and air.
And part of it, and one of the things that we're looked at as the historic value of the courthouse to begin with, and there's a lot of, I know Judge Nanovic in particular is probably really set on keeping the architectural and everything, but when you look at the tile floors inside the courthouse, how they're broken and everything, what do we do? Do we replace them or don't we replace them? It's a lot of historical value, but it also becomes a safety issue as well, so.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right, Amy,
Good morning.
good morning.
With regards to the sheriff's, union contract, how many people are in that union?
Oh, God, is there 9? No. How many?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So is the sheriff's deputies in there? Okay, would that be what would be in the January, the annual salary?
Salary
If I go
board,
there,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And that is all I have then, thank you.
That's it. Dominic.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, they're cheap.
Sorry about that. Another senior moment.
Any time frame?
Okay, I put my glasses, okay.
There you go. Any time frame on that construction project, the courthouse?
Start January 2023 is what we're
Yeah,
optimistic
we're
about.
hoping that the bids, like everything hopefully we'll have everything pretty much set maybe by October, November, and then the start should be January. And then I think the completion they're talking for, it all depends how it goes, from 12 to 18 months to complete everything.
Okay, that's all I got today.
Okay, have a good one, everyone. Watch the ice, stay tuned.
Yeah.